Greetings, royal family. Let me tell you something. Toni, you is ignorant. You is mean. You are aggressive. Okay? And I just don't even understand how Blac Chyna grew up with a mother like Toni. Lord help us. Royal family, I'm back, and I did not think that I would be doing a review on Blac Chyna's new reality show, but here I am. So hopefully you read the title, so let's just get straight into it. So Blac Chyna has a show titled The Real Blac Chyna. It does come on, I think the Zeus Network. It's a paid, like an online subscription station or what have you. Anyway, the first episode premiered. I totally forgot about it because I was hung up on Little Kim's girl cruise. I will get into that in another video. But let me, if you guys got a chance to watch it, then you'll know where I'm coming from. If not, I'll try to do a recap of the show, scene by scene. You know, I'll leave some things out, but I just cannot get over, I literally just finished watching it, and I cannot get over how toxic Toni is. Like, I intended to come on here and be light and jokey, but this first episode was real heavy. So the episode opens up with a scene where Tokyo and Blac Chyna, Toni is Blac Chyna's mom. They're arguing back and forth, and they're going back and forth, and it's really intense and really aggressive. And then they basically rewind to like 72 hours prior to that arguing scene. So, you know, Blac Chyna has her little intro, and she's just basically talking about a lot of the misconceptions that people had about her. And you see her, Blac Chyna, and her friend Treasure, and I can't remember the other gentleman's name. They're close friends, you know, her good friends. Blac Chyna is in a doctor's office, you know, a cosmetology, you know, doctor or plastic surgeon or whatever type of doctor he is. And she decides to get some sort of, not Botox, but some sort of injections in her cheekbones or in her jawline, excuse me, so that she can have a more chiseled cheek. And you see her and her relationship with her friend Treasure, who I actually like thus far. She seems to be extremely genuine. So they're talking about all these different, you know, procedures, and her two friends are in the office with her while the doctor is administering these injections in her jawline. So in the middle of that procedure, Treasure, again, who's Blac Chyna's like best friend, gets a call from her son's probation officer. And the probation officer lets her know that her son violated probation. He's been tardy. He had paraphernalia on him. Paraphernalia to what magnitude, we don't know. And he basically violated probation. So he's going to be going to jail for another 9 months. Her son is 15 years old. And Treasure, again, Blac Chyna's best friend, starts crying, and she starts to feel so guilty because she said that earlier that day she just, you know, kind of gave him the business about cleaning his room, and, you know, she's tired of going in and out of courts, and she's just feeling guilty as a mom because she probably feels that like she failed her son, and she's the reason why her son is in and out of jail and in so much, you know, trouble with the law. And Chyna's reassuring her, like, listen, you know, everyone has a choice. He's making the choice. You know, you can't be so hard on yourself. And yeah, so she's consoling her friend, and I thought that was great. I thought that was real positive. You can kind of tell that they're very, very close. Like, I get a good vibe from Treasure. I really do. Now, Treasure lost her mom, and she does have siblings. She says she has sisters. There's another scene where Chyna is pretty much talking about her relationship and trying to reconcile her relationship with her mother, and her and Treasure are having this conversation in Blac Chyna's bedroom. But prior to that, we see, well, in the office, excuse me, let me back it on up. I'm all over the place. In the office, before Treasure got that phone call, Blac Chyna was letting Treasure, and again, I don't remember the other gentleman's name, her other friend's name. She's letting them know that, guess who's coming to town, and it's Tokyo. Tokyo is going to be coming to town, so apparently they're supposed to be ironing out their issues. Treasure is not too fond of Tokyo Toni, and I understand why now, having watched the entire episode. But she's not disrespectful to her, to Blac Chyna's mother whatsoever. And they're talking about that, and then she proceeds to get the call from the probation officer. So there's another scene where Blac Chyna and no, I'm sorry. Oh my God, rewind, Royalty, rewind. Tokyo Toni comes to town. So she's staying in a hotel, and she is with some gentleman who used to work for, used to do security for Blac Chyna. And Tokyo is really on this, she has this air about her that, that she's right. She's painting this picture as if Blac Chyna is a horrible daughter. She's playing the victim role, and she's saying things like, she's ungrateful. How could she do this to me as a mother? You don't do your mother like that. And I don't care if she want to talk, we can talk, but I'm going to say what I got to say. Just a real aggressive attitude. And the gentleman that she is in the hotel room with, she references that, he likes her and he wants her to give up, her cookies, but, I'm not. And it was just, she's very, what's the word that I'm looking for? I'm trying to use one of my mother's words, because my mother is a word wizard, like very distasteful and tacky. She's just really, it's not even over the top. Like, it's beyond that. It's just so toxic. And this guy is being like a yes man. He's agreeing with Tokyo. Fine, he can agree with Tokyo. But she's basically homeless. She said she's still upset about the fact that Tokyo brought her a car, and that Blac Chyna brought her a car, and they got into an argument, and she said that Blac Chyna took the car back, but the car was still at Tokyo's house, and Blac Chyna tweeted, your Uber's outside, being petty. And I'm flustered and all over the place because the ending scene really made me emotional. Like, not to be a crybaby, but it really made me emotional. So I'm just trying to hurry up and get to that scene if you guys saw it. So after that hotel scene with Tokyo and the gentleman who's her assistant or whatever he is to her, there's a scene where Treasure and Blac Chyna are talking, and Treasure is expressing the fact that, it's really difficult because she no longer has her mother. Her mother is deceased. Her mother passed away. And she's encouraging Blac Chyna to iron out things with her mother. And she told her, it's definitely worth a try. So they're both crying, and they're both there for one another. And Blac Chyna is just saying, she really wants to reconcile with her mother, but she's very toxic, and she's like at a crossroads, And again, Treasure's encouraging her, like, you still have your mom. There's still time for this to be rectified. And Blac Chyna made a statement and said, I don't know what's worse, having a mother that is no longer here, or having a mother that's here and is extremely toxic, And she started crying as well. And she just expressed that she wants her children to have a relationship with their grandmother. But Tokyo is extremely, extremely toxic. Now, I know that Tokyo Toni was on like social media a lot. I didn't follow. A lot of people found her to be, I guess, entertaining, and they were more so laughing at her than laughing with her. And she, like, from what I hear, what I gather, she had this personality where she was like extremely real. A lot of people these days equate being ignorant with keeping it real, and I just hate it. I can't stand it. They feel like the louder they are, the more boisterous and offensive, aggressive, violent they are, that's keeping it real. No, that's not my definition of keeping it real, but whatever, to each his own. So she kind of had this persona as like she was always trending, and she was talking about Blac Chyna and things like that. And yeah, so I didn't really get to see her in action because, again, I didn't really entertain any of the videos that were online of Tokyo Toni, in the past. And Treasure and Blac Chyna, they're, sharing a sisterly moment. Treasure revealed that, you know, they're both the godmother of each other's children. And Blac Chyna is just saying, you know, she doesn't have any family out there in LA. Like, she's alone, you know, other than Treasure and, again, the other gentleman's name. She doesn't really have any family. So she seems really invested in repairing the relationship with her mother. Now, I don't know what their relationship is like present day. I'm just tuning into this show for the first time and giving my feedback. But we get to the scene next where Blac Chyna calls her mother over for a sit down. That's the whole purpose of Tokyo Toni being in LA, because, you know, Blac Chyna, or Angela, called for her mother. Like, she wants to sit down and talk to her mother. So we get to the scene where Blac Chyna is in the kitchen in her own home, and we see Tokyo just like walking in, and she doesn't say hi, how you doing? She doesn't even greet the cameramen that are there from what was shown. She doesn't say good afternoon, Angela, or hey, not even a wave. She walks in and she sits down at the island that's in the kitchen. And Blac Chyna is sitting there, or standing there, and she eventually comes over to where the chairs are. There's 3 chairs set up on the island. Tokyo is sitting in one. Blac Chyna completely removed the middle chair, sat in the 3rd chair, and is facing her mother. So you hear the directors, they're saying, you know, can you turn around and face your daughter, like turn around and position yourself so that you guys are face to face. Immediately, Tokyo is like, she's not facing me. She's not facing me, so I'm not facing her. Mind you, the whole time, Blac Chyna is literally facing her mother, and Blac Chyna starts to get a little irritated, and she said, do you not see that I moved the middle chair out of the way and I'm facing her? Like, see, this is the problem. Now, Royal Family, I really hope that you guys saw it, because the scene was so disgusting. Tokyo Toni, let me tell you something. You are comfortable in your ignorance. Now, if this is just an act for the show, then I'm critiquing just the act for the show. I don't know this woman, obviously. I don't know how she is. I don't follow her on social media. I don't keep up with her. I hear the stories, but I don't keep up with her on social media. I am only judging what it is that I view. And you are comfortable in your ignorance. And let me tell you something right now. If I was Blac Chyna, there is no way that you would be around me or my grandchildren at all. You have forfeited that right. Tokyo did say in a previous scene that she took Blac Chyna to court for custody of her grandchildren. For what? Did you do that just to stay relevant on social media? Because you are disgusting. She got up in her daughter's face. She called her daughter a whore. She called her daughter a bitch. She said that her daughter is a weirdo. She needs mental help. I can't stand you. I will fight you. I will knock your head off. I will drag you. Oh, like, honestly, it really made me mad while watching the last scene of the show, but it started to make me sad. And I really had to fight back tears. And, you know, you may say I'm doing too much. You don't know these people. But I am a mother. And I could not see myself speaking to my child, not even my dog. Yes, I have a dog. I'm a dog mom, too. I couldn't see myself talking to my dog that way. My God in heaven. Tokyo, you are disgusting. You were disgusting. And what I think is, I feel that you are very envious of the success that your daughter has obtained. And you feel like that your daughter is obligated to take care of you. And you know what? Color me crazy, but I don't feel that kids are obligated to take care of their parents. I just don't. I don't. You know, Tokyo, you're not in a position where you are incompetent. you don't have any, you may have some medical issues stemming from like mental, like, you know, mental issues, but you are capable, you're physically able to work and make a name for yourself, and not off of the back of your daughter. And I feel like she is extremely toxic. And what was disgusting was, you are a Black woman, you are a mother, and you are showcasing that this is how you speak to and treat your daughter on television, on a platform that's going to be viewed by millions of people. You are crazy. And I hate to use that word because it's so like derogatory, but if you guys saw it, I'm sure that you won't disagree with me. And you know, you kind of had Blac Chyna. You were in her face. You were spitting in her face. You were pointing in her face. You were backing her into a corner in the kitchen. You were telling her that you were gonna beat her up. You were talking to her as if she was someone on the street. That's your daughter. She didn't ask to be here. Be here. And you know, she began to yell in Chyna's face, saying, "Who took care of you? Who bought you shoes? Who bought you clothes?" And Chyna was just like, okay, yeah, grandma took care of me. Your grandmother didn't do nothing for you. I mean, oh my, if you guys can find the clip online, I encourage you to look it up, because I'm telling you, I was so hurt. Like, I cannot see myself as a mother speaking to my child like that. Like, I can't. And granted, Blac Chyna's what, 31, she said. But that girl needs a mother. She needed a mother. And you come into her house, and because you have this air about you that she's obligated to take care of you, you disrespect her. Regardless of how you feel she got what she got, or got what she has, you are walking into her house. And because you are her mama, you feel like you don't have to respect her. And I am so sick and tired of seeing these women or parents, mother, father, feel as though they can talk down to their children because I'm your mama or I'm your father. I hate it. I hate it with a passion. You are disrespectful. You mean to tell me you walk into her house and you don't even say hey? Not even if you gave her a stank hey, nothing. And she's like, you know, I'm tired of this ish. I'm tired of this ish. We're gonna get to it. I'm telling you, if you did not know who either of these two people were, you would not think they were mother and daughter. You are the elder, Tokyo, as Iyanla would say. You are the elder. You are disgusting. Chyna kept her cool for as long as she could. You know, her mom kept putting her hands on her. She tried to hug her. She's like, yo, you know, you want to laugh. And I don't think she was being patronizing. I don't think she was patronizing her mother. I think she was trying to diffuse the situation. You know, you can tell she wants her mother in her life. But for whatever reason, Tokyo feels like, if you're not giving me what I want, then you're of no use to me. She called her daughter a whore. A whore? Your daughter? She is your offspring. Like, a whore? Wow. Wow, that was disgusting. And she told her daughter what she can go suck. And then, you know, Chyna said, why don't you go suck whatever? To which then Tokyo took off her shoe and threw it at her daughter. And then, you know, Chyna was just like picking up a vase off the counter and trying to throw it at her mother. Shout out to the guy who caught the vase. Like, he literally caught it. You know what I mean? And who do you think you are, Tokyo? Like, I don't care if you are her mama or not. Is she not deserving of respect? And there was one thing that let me know the type of person that Tokyo is. In her confessional, she said, I don't care if I sold your cookies to an army of men. You still gonna show me respect because I'm your mother. Excuse me, what? You're basically saying that even if you were to whore out your daughter, that she should still show you respect? Mental illness is definitely real. I was not expecting all of this for the first episode. I was very taken aback, to say the least. As you can tell in my demeanor, like that last scene really had me feeling some type of way, whatever that means. Royal Family, be sure to check it out. Leave a comment if you did just so happen to see episode 1 of, Blac Chyna's TV show. Let me know what your thoughts are. Did you see it in its entirety? Did you see that scene? Comment below. I love engaging with y'all, as you guys already know. Be sure to thumbs up this video, like this video if you like it. Let me know if you're actually going to be tuning into this, because after seeing this episode, I said to myself, darn, Blac Chyna, are you sure you want to do this? I mean, I'm hoping that we will see some sort of reconciliation, but Tokyo, oh my gosh, Chyna, you had to grow up with that. And we wonder why our children carry the burdens and have so much pain pushed down and suppressed. There's no excuse for Tokyo's behavior, man. I don't care if Blac Chyna bought you 60 cars and took all 60 back. You called your daughter a whore. Like, jealousy is real ugly, and like I said, she feels that she has rights to everything that Blac Chyna has worked for, and I think she's getting a dose of reality, man. Like, it's just disgusting. Royal Family, I'm signing off. Again, be sure to leave a comment. Tell me what you thought of the show if you got an opportunity to watch it. Yeah, leave a comment. This was a bit much. I was not expecting all of this on the first episode, but what a way to reel us in. I mean, I'll be back. I'll be watching the remainder of the season, and I'll add this to my lineup of reviews. Let me know what you think. Be sure to give me your feedback. If you disagree with my take, that's fine, as long as you do it respectfully. Make sure you thumbs up this video. Show your girl some love. If you are new to my channel, check out my other content. And if you like what you see, be sure to subscribe. Royal Family, I love you for watching. And as always, peace.